Welcome to Star Wars Action News, helping Star Wars collectors collect better.
And we are here with the Hasbro brand team at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. Gentlemen, I'm sure that our viewers know you, but why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to them anyway?
Sure, Jeff Labovitz.
Joe Ninivaggi. Hey, guys.
So we have a number of questions that we were sent in by our viewers, but just to kind of let them know, because they're going to be screaming at me, why didn't you ask things? Just to set the ground rules, we can't talk about anything unannounced, correct? Nothing past fall?
Yeah, that is correct. I mean, we'd love to, but anything that hasn't been revealed or released, we can't talk about. We got some things that we revealed at Celebration we could talk about, but unfortunately, I think past that.
But we can say there's good things to come. We are very excited about what's to come in the future for the Hasbro line. Absolutely.
Very cool. And you have the Asoka Tano that was displayed here.
Yes, it's a beautiful figure. I mean, that was a labor of love by our team. We're fortunate to have Dave Filoni here right now signing autographs next to the figure, and it's wild to see them both in the same place. Dave and Asoka, his creation. It's a terrific moment. It's a beautiful figure.
And that's in the 6-inch Black Series line?
It is, yeah. Black Series is going strong, and Joe's right. We can't talk a lot about the future at this time, but I feel okay in saying we won't get force choked if we say Black Series is going to go full steam ahead into the future with plenty more 6-inch figures to come. And Ahsoka won't be the only 6-inch figure in Black Series from Rebels.
That's what I was going to say. This is the Rebels likeness of Ahsoka.
That's right. It's Rebels likeness in a realistic sculpt. The team did a phenomenal job. Everybody can see now. It's online. And she'll be just the one of many more.
Great. We've got a question here from Chris Lawson. And speaking of the 6-inch line, what are your favorite figures in the 6-inch line that are so far, and why?
I mean, my personal favorites, Boba Fett. My favorite right now is the Labovitz figure. I think she's just phenomenal. She came out incredible. She have her on display. And other than that, yeah, I mean, they're all fantastic. I love the Shadow Trooper, too.
I like Bosk.
Yeah,
I mean, who doesn't need a 6-inch Bosk, right? The articulated jaw.
Yeah, I just got him before coming out to Celebration from Dorkside Toys, so I'm looking forward to getting him out of the box and getting a chance to review him. Another question, how did the release date change for Episode 7 impact Hasbro's plans for this year's product?
I'm sorry, but we can't talk about
Oh, so you can't say if other stuff was put in that we already know about. I'm not asking for anything about future, but just did you guys know ahead of time that it was going to be December? Would there have been more product this year ahead of time?
I'm really sorry.
Okay.
We can't talk about that. Right. The force choke is coming. I can feel it already.
Okay. We also had gotten a word from somebody that certain Mission figures assortments had been canceled in shipment, and we saw a response from Hunter PR that those figures are going to make it out at some point in time. Are those going to be on the same card back, are you able to say, or is it possible? Is it at some nebulous point in the future, or is it in part of the current lines that are going on?
Any specific figures? I mean, nothing was canceled. Anything that was thought to be canceled had already previously been released or is going to continue to be released. So even Saga Legends 2, there was some speculation, but no, anything that we've revealed or shown to the fans is going to be out.
Okay, and this year?
Yes.
And what about the Leia figures? There were a couple Leia figures in the Black Series that got removed from the assortments. Are those also coming this year?
Yeah, the only one that was removed, and we told the fans what had happened. We had a Yavin ceremony Leia, and we had a bit of a production hiccup with her robe specifically. It's been fixed, so she's been delayed, but she'll be out before the end of the year.
It's a phenomenal figure.
Awesome.
I remember there was a conversation between Lucasfilm and our team about the soft goods, the actual robe. We wanted to make sure we used the right kind of fabric, which, as it turns out, is amazingly hard to source. We could have gone with other types of robes, with other types of substances, other types of feel, but we wanted to do it right. So that led to a bit of a delay, and that's why you heard about Leia moving out a little bit, but we're going to get her out there for sure with the right robe.
Speaking just for myself, I'd always rather get a figure later and get it right than get it faster and get it, kind of compromised.
That's exactly how we feel, absolutely. So if it takes a little bit longer to make sure she's done perfectly, then that's the way it'll be.
And that kind of leads into the question from Robert Redden, one of our viewers. last year there were a lot of kind of quality control issues, is his words, about paint apps and things like that with figures. Is that something that you guys have been working on improving as well, trying to get, you know, a little bit less of the lazy eyeballs and things like that on some of the figures?
Yeah, it's something we're always working on. We're very aware of issues as they come up, and we course correct as soon as we can. And you know, it's a delicate business, but it's something that our team has their eye on, literally.
Nice pun there. Yeah. And then a couple questions just about some hard-to-find figures. I mean, distribution's been much better this year, speaking personally. You know, the figures are on the pegs versus previous years where you might not have seen them.
We like that. We want our figures to be available to be purchased. That is our goal.
That said, they sell fast, so I know a lot of people are still having trouble finding certain figures. I know Chopper and Sabine have been a couple of really hard-to-find figures. Are those that you're looking at adding into future assortments?
Yeah, absolutely, particularly Sabine. That one's been a great seller, and it's a great figure. And I can imagine we'll be doing more versions of Sabine in the future. But Joe's right. Everything that we've put out there, we want to get out there again. It just might take us some time.
And a question from Joey Letson, speaking about the Leia figures, is a question of scale. She had sent in a picture of like the Jabba's prisoner Leia next to Bausch Leia, and there was about a 3/4 of an inch difference in height between them. Is that something that was like intentionally done, the Bausch Leia taller to be more heroic, or was it, you know, what's going on with the scale of that?
We're constantly monitoring it. I mean, I know 6 inch in specific, there was a difference in height that, you know, we had Slave Leia, when she came out, she was actually in perfect proportion, but the fans thought that they wanted a little bit more, and we wanted to have her to be a bigger figure, a little bit more plastic. So we compensated with Leia Bouche, and she's just a bigger figure in general because she is mimicking a bigger character. So it's always a balance between staying movie accurate and then making it, you know, the correct toyetic expression. So same thing for 3 3/4. So we might shift a little bit, but it's really, you know, trying to, you know, keep with what the fans want.
Great. I got a question here from A. Quinn, and I know you can't talk about the future. This is a very generic question. Sure. Do collectors have reason to be concerned about the more articulated 3 3/4 inch line, given the recent 5-point of articulation 3 3/4 inch offerings?
We can't tell you. And, you know, unfortunately, it is a fall 15 and beyond kind of question. You just have to kind of wait and see. Sorry.
And then we have Toys R Us here discussing a Midnight Madness. What can you tell us about their promotion?
Yeah, I mean, the Toys R Us promotion, I believe, is kind of corresponding to May the 4th. So it's great. You know, we're always looking to throw big parties with Toys R Us. Surely, when we do have, you know, our big fall release, we're going to have big events and parties with all the major retailers. So it's great. I mean, they did an amazing job kind of sponsoring Celebration and really kind of putting their first foot forward to make sure that they are a big destination for Star Wars, and, you know, we're looking forward to it.
Okay, and then I got emails from listeners in Canada and Mexico just involving international distribution. Yeah. In the States, I've spoke that we were able to, the figures are getting out there. They're saying internationally there's a lot more trouble getting those figures in the stores there. Is that something you guys are looking at all?
Yeah, absolutely. We're a global team, a global company, so we spend as much time looking outside the U.S. as inside the U.S., so all the markets are important to us. So we also talk to them literally daily, our teams around the world, about different retailers and different issues. So anytime we talk about trying to get product out there, it's a global topic. It's a global issue.
So is there anything like, is there a light coming soon for them, or were you aware that, I mean, and this could be anecdotal, that they're having issues, but...
Yeah, it depends on the product and the market. There certainly have been some issues in Canada, just as there have been in the U.S. due to a number of factors. Such as the port slowdown and other types of operational factors. So, yeah, we have heard about that in Canada, and it's something we're actively working on.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for your time. Very nice to see the Asoka on hand. Will we have stuff to look forward to seeing for the first time at Comic-Con?
Yes!
Okay. That is good news to hear. It's not all that long away either.
It's right around the corner.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good show.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Star Wars Action News with more collecting news and reviews at swactionnews.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. May the pegs be stocked and the Force be with you.